size of our galaxy? Because if I tell you that we travel in the galaxy, I have to also be able to, not just me, anybody should have to be able to tell you how big the galaxy is, how long it takes you to travel it, etc. Because we don't deal with ministry around here. I'm not just telling you something and you're supposed to just jump on it. So I personally did the mathematical calculations, and I provided them for you here. Now, with that being said, what is the size of the galaxy? Excuse the title, right? First, you have to understand that we're dealing with the solar calendar, right? Which allegedly determines the distance of our galaxy. So before we can do the proper calculations, we have to get back into the proper calendar module that we once used. So they tell you that it's 365 days in a year. That's a lie. It's a complete lie. The calendar that you use was introduced by the Catholic Church. It's called the Gregorian calendar, the Western calendar, also known as the Christian calendar. So today, if you believe that it's 2017, it's because you believe that somebody named Jesus Christ died 2017 years ago. But then somebody will also tell you, I'm not a Christian, I don't believe in the Bible, and then you say, well, what day is it? What year is it? And they say it's 2017. How are you not a Christian if you believe it's 2017? So we have to understand your whole, frame of thought is religious every day. And really, it's actually the year 15,103. And I'm going to explain how. But what I have to do before I give you the size of the galaxy is to help you understand before you can even calculate the size of the galaxy or how long it takes us to travel in a day, you got to get your goddamn days back straight. Because your whole module is off. Now, with that being said, it's not 365 days a year. It's 360, okay? It takes 90 days for a season to change. There's 4 seasons. 90 times 4 is 360. So now what you have to understand is it takes us 25,920 years to orbit our galaxy that has been named or deemed the Milky Way, right? Now you want to say, how do you know this, right? Because it takes us 2,160 years to pass through each of the 12 zodiac houses. So every one zodiac house, it takes us 2,160 years to pass through. And when you do that 12 times, right, it comes to 25,920. So we understand that in order for us to travel through all 12 zodiac houses, it's going to take us 25,920 years. Now, in order to find the size of our galaxy, you must first multiply 360 days by 2,160 years. Because we want to know how many days is in 2,160 years. You follow me? So now, I'm going to do it again, because I know math. You know what I'm saying? Math was a touchy subject. So I'm going to make sure we get it today. It's 360 days in a year, not 365. So we want to know how many days are in 2,160 years. So we took the amount of days that is in 1 year, which is 360, and we multiplied that by 2,160 years. Y'all follow me? Mm-hmm. Okay. And that gave us 777,600 days. So in 2,160 years, there's 777,600 days. You follow me? I'm going to say it one more time in case you got your pad and you want to get it. In 2,160 years, there's 777,600 days. You follow me? Yes. Next, what you do is you want to find out how many hours is in 777,600 days, aka 2,160 years. So what you do is I'm going to need phones on silent. Thank you very much. I'm going to need the phone. Everybody get it, take a second to get right. If you got to get right, check it, because we're running through this today. All right. Now, with that being said, now what we want to do is we want to find out how many hours, right, are in 2,160 years. So we know that there's approximately 24 hours in a day. So you take the time that it takes for us to have one complete day, and you multiply that by 2,160, aka 777,600 days. And that gives us, y'all ready for this? 18,662,400 hours in 2,160 years. You follow me? Yeah. Now, before I go on, okay, I like to get y'all involved. Why would I want to find out hours, how many hours there are in 2,160 years?
Because then you find out how long the day is that it?
Yes and no. I want to know how long it would take me to travel. And in order for me to calculate my travel, or my miles, I'll have to know how many miles I'm going per hour. So in order for me to get there, which was, like I said, is correct, I need to know how many hours I got to travel in the first place. So now, after correcting my calendar, throwing that bullshit Christian calendar in the garbage, getting back on my true calendar, multiplying the hours in a day, multiplying the days in 2,160 years, and multiplying that by 24 hours a day, I know that there's 18,662,400 hours in 2,160 years. So now what I do, right, is I multiply the time/hours that it takes us to travel 2,160 years by 360 degrees in order to find the size of space that is one zodiac house where we are traveling through. Now we know that a circle is what? Okay, so when you multiply the equation that we got for how many hours is in 2,160 years times a circle, it'll give you the size that it would take you to travel a circle in such that space. Follow me?
Yes.
Okay, now we're gonna get it right today. 18,662,000 times 400 hours. I mean, 18,662,400 hours times 360 degrees gives us 6,718,464,000 miles. But that's just in one zodiac house. So that's not even the entire galaxy. So that one little house is 6,718,464 miles. So in 2,160 years, we travel 6,718,464 miles around the galaxy, and that's just going through one house. You follow me? Now that's very big, but that's only one house. Now we got to find the size of the galaxy that we're traveling by multiplying that by 12. I do this for real. To find our Milky Way galaxy's complete size, you multiply 6,718,464,000 by 12. Okay? 6,718,464,000 miles, which is one zodiac house, times 12 equals 80,621,578,000 miles. So this is the total size of our zodiac galaxy as we know it. So approximately 81 million miles that we travel. Don't put that on your car. Don't put that on your car. Don't put that on your car. Okay? So now that we know the distance that we have to travel, we can now successfully calculate how long it takes us to travel. Now the sun travels at 70,000 kilometers per hour. Now we have to convert kilometers to miles. Because we want to know how many miles. We want to talk in language. Anybody want to hear nothing about no goddamn kilometer? How many miles an hour is on going? So that being said, we want to convert 70,000 kilometers to miles, right? Now 70,000 kilometers, when converted to miles, is exactly 43,495 miles per hour. Okay? So if you go 70,000 kilometers an hour, 42,495 miles per hour. You follow me? Next, we multiply the miles per hour by the time and distance that it takes us to travel through one house. You follow me? So we're finna take the miles an hour that we go and multiply it by the amount of hours in the galaxy in order to find out the distance and the size and how long it takes us to travel the galaxy. In order to get the true size of the galaxy. Excuse the typo once again. So now we take 43,495 miles and we multiply that by 18,662,400 hours. Remember, that's only one zodiac house, so that's 2,160 years. And that equals 811,721,088,000 miles that we travel, okay, in 2,160 years. All right? Lastly, we take this distance and we multiply it by 12 for each house. So now we take 811,721,088,000 miles. That's how fast we're going per hour, okay, throughout the zodiac house. That's how fast we're traveling through each house. Follow me? And we multiply that speed by 12. And that gives us 9,740,653,056,000 miles per hour that we're traveling around this goddamn Milky Way. Y'all follow me? So now we successfully calculated the time, the distance, and the miles per hour that we're traveling through space.